Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. You know, I should have just called this an episode about all the things I love, because that's really what this is going to be about. I have got the gorgeous handcrafted golden waffle pipe from Caleb at the Catholic Pipe Company that he made for me with the logo of my new book, The Golden Waffle Principle, Finding Meaning in Teaching. I've got my Hike Indiana sweatshirt. I've got my hat that says Eat, Sleep, Hike. And I'm even wearing, I don't know if I can find it here, a couple dog tags. And my son and I got this years ago. And one of the dog tags says, I'd rather be hiking Indiana state parks. Folks, we are talking about some hiking equipment today, and I really cannot wait to get into this with you. So, as always, let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. And since these are indeed a few of my favorite things, I've got one of my current favorites right now, Lane RLP6 in the bowl. So, what kind of hiking equipment are we talking about? Well, my friends, we're going to be talking about hiking sticks or hiking staffs. Before I show you the first one, and there are going to be, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I'm going to show you. On occasion, my wife has encouraged me, and I haven't done this in a number of years, but encouraged me to get away, get some time by myself. She knows how much I crave that. And many, many years ago, I'd say probably about 18 years ago is my guess on this one, I'd gone away for a couple of days to Turkey Run State Park, which is toward the western side of Indiana. Staying at a cabin there in the park. Got there in the evening. Got up the next morning to go hiking on Trail 6. And right away I noticed water was up in part of the trail and through some rocky canyon area. And I realized right away I was not going to be able to navigate this without some assistance. So I went back to the inn and bought my first hiking stick. My wife was going to bring our son out, and the reason I think this might have been about 18 years ago, I think he probably was around 6 years old at the time. So I was going to have a day or so by myself, then she was going to bring him out, and then he and I were going to spend the night together and mess around and hike and so forth. And after getting my hiking staff, it was very useful. Helped me with the navigating some rough terrain. I went back in and I found a smaller one, and I had it waiting for him when Mama brought him out to see me. Then over the years, we noticed that state and national parks have these little metal badges that you can purchase and attach to your hiking staff. Well, we've started to do that, and we've started to collect those at the different parks that we have hiked. And I want to show you those hiking staffs today and talk a little bit about why they're so meaningful. So, this is mine, and I'm going to have to kind of work it through the camera here, but you'll see that it's has burned in there, Turkey Run State Park. So here it is, You can see it's pretty stout diameter. All right, pretty stout diameter staff. And I'm just going to keep extending it here so you get an idea of its overall length. There we go. So long staff. I've used this so many times. My hand goes right here. And you will notice, can't show you all of them probably, but you can see we've got Pokagon State Park, we got Brown County State Park, we've got Clifty Falls and Turkey Run. There's McCormick's Creek. We got Gettysburg on here. Fort Necessity, over in Pennsylvania. We got south end of the Grand Canyon. We've got Grand Tetons, Petrified Forest, Zion, Indiana Dunes, Mount Rushmore. And I got to tell you, holding on to this stout piece of wood has helped me so many times over muddy terrain, rocky terrain, wet, slippery terrain, snowy terrain. I've used this to bash some ice to help me climb through some stuff in Indiana parks. So I love it. It's one of my favorite items here. Kind of pull it maybe back a little bit so you can see more of it. And it's useful. This feels great in the hand, like a good pipe. And I love all of the badges now that we have started collecting as a family. Now, here is my son's first hiking staff as well. And you can see he's got his badges on there. Smaller diameter, as you can see. I've lost the leather strap to mine along the way, or it broke. And he used this for a long time. As you can see, got a lot of badges on there. Then, when our daughter came along, she also got one, Turkey Run. And she loves hiking as well. And you can see all of the badges on her. I keep getting out of the picture here. There we go. You can see all of the hiking badges on her staff. Now, of course, children are going to outgrow their hiking staffs, and so eventually we had to get them new ones. Along the way, the kids really wanted to get my wife one. And she doesn't hike as much as we do, but we decided to get her one, and so I got her this very nice handcrafted, polished, and you can see again some of the look of it. Now this is actually painted, or I guess painted on here. It says J. Moreland Canyon Sun Dogwood. So the person who made it has his information on there. She did not want to go into all the badges. She didn't want that. She went one only on there, and this one, it says Bennett Springs, Missouri. Bennett Springs is a wonderful park out in Missouri, and it's a place where her dad used to go fly fishing. So she only wanted one, and that's the one that she wanted. Oh, hello, Mr. B. And I said our children obviously have grown, so we had to get another one for our son. Now this is his, and he has started again with the badges, and this will be his for, I'm sure, a long time. As a grown man, he can use this one for a long time. But he again has started the tradition of the badges. Then our daughter likewise outgrew hers. So she's got one. Again, it says Turkey Run State Park on it. Turkey Run, even though we probably have spent more time at Clifty Falls State Park in Indiana, Turkey Run is truly one of our favorites, and especially in terms of the hiking. And she also has her badges. And sometimes we'll go to a park and she wants a different badge, or our son wants a different badge from the one I got. We get one from the park, but we sometimes prefer a different style if there's more than one style being offered there. And then there's one that really I haven't used. I'd like to use it sometime, but I always use my big original one. When I retired from public teaching, I'm still teaching. I teach at a private school now. But several years ago, I retired from public teaching, and some of my students got me this. It says Trailblazer walking sticks. One of my students gave this to me. Sarnay Wynn was her name. Beautiful, beautiful wood. Got the leather thong there that we can use to hold, and just you can kind of see it here how it's curved, gorgeous wood. Quite long, ending in the rubber tip here. Just gorgeous, perfectly straight. Love the feel of this guy. I haven't actually taken it out to hike with it though. Just like I say, I always resort back to the one I had originally. You know, I thought about this so much, and I probably mentioned it in some of the episodes here. I first really started thinking about this when my dad passed away back in 2009, so it's been quite a while now. And as we're going through his things and thinking about him, I thought of all the physical items that passed through my dad's house over the years. You know, what are the ones that really meant the most to me as his son? And I've mentioned there's a tie clip that he always wore, meant a lot. His golf clubs meant a lot to me. And I got to tell you, as I think about the things that I own that mean a lot to me, these hiking sticks are definitely among the most treasured of my possessions. I love this stick. I love it because of, well, again, the functionality. We talk about the functional art of a pipe. But I love it because of the memories of hiking with my children, my wife, all the wonderful times we spent together. Our son very much is into outdoors equipment. I think ultimately he'd like to design outdoor equipment, especially hiking types of equipment. He loves being outdoors. I love these badges, which are reminders of where we've been, the wonderful trips, parks that we've seen in hiking, and so forth. So, let me throw this out to you. Are you a hiker? Anybody out there who watches this channel? Anybody like to hike? Like to get out in the woods? I know some of you do. Does anybody use a hiking staff? Now, we've got a couple of metal ones with the points at the bottom that you can fold up and hack. Obviously, we can't take these on really on an airplane. So if we go fly somewhere like to the Tetons or to the Grand Canyon or something, we don't take these. But do you have any kind of hiking sticks that you enjoy using? Do you tend to use one or two? Do you like the metal kind? Does anybody like having a good wooden staff? Is anybody familiar with the hiking badges from the state and national parks? Not only here in the United States, but even over in Europe. In fact, I believe this is a tradition that comes from Europe, and we've kind of brought over to the United States. Anybody do that at all? Love to hear your thoughts about hiking and hiking sticks. Friends, as Malcolm Guite likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I like to say in Latin, Parva ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.